Hey Vault Hunters, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge, and today we'll explore the Coiled Captors DLC to see whether it's worth it. As always, if you find my videos helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate the support. First off, there are 3 different ways to access the Coiled Captors DLC. Number 1, having purchased the more expensive Chaotic Great edition of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which includes the base game and the Season's Pass bundled together. Or 2, having bought the Season's Pass separately for approximately $40 Canadian. Or 3, buying the Coiled Captors DLC separately for approximately $13 Canadian. Once you've bought it, you'll be able to access the new location, the Dreamvale Overlook, through the overworld map between Brighthoof and the first Green Shrine. The DLC is a unique story told through a replayable dungeon challenge with a fearsome new boss. This dungeon challenge is made up of 5 arena levels and a boss fight, with the catch that you can only respawn if your party gets to the next level. While this sounds short, 3 additional stories will unlock on April 28th, May 5th, and May 12th. In a nutshell, the Coiled has caught and trapped an old god and has imprisoned it deep within an icy mountain. Our goal is to free it from its fleshy prison. What makes these arena levels unique is that there is normally an easy puzzle to solve to open the next stage, which either has you shooting pillars to turn to a sea warg face or by pulling levers. There will be a side objective as well to each level, which starts with finding 2 soul chests each level, but subsequent ventures will have you destroying a certain amount of elemental barrels instead. Completing these side objectives grants you an additional loot die at the end of each level. At the end of the 5 levels, we face off against the first form of the boss, which in this case is a mighty sea warg. If you weren't lucky enough to earn legendaries during your run, there will be a Wheel of Fate in the middle of the map, which gives you a chance for unique random legendaries specific to this DLC. Each spin will cost 25 souls, which is a new unique currency which you'll earn off killing enemies, off the 2 soul chests that you can find on each level, and the end boss. It is quite a grind, so it may be worth noting that it is possible to farm souls on the 3rd level indefinitely if you do not pull the levers. Hopefully you'll have some good loot luck and you'll earn gear such as the Counterfeit, a legendary shield that on ward break your character will become untargetable and create a purple shadow dummy that taunts nearby enemies. When the dummy dies, it explodes and deals lightning damage. The effect resets when your ward is filled, and this is a great shield for melee characters if your weapon has the vampire modifier, which will help restore your ward faster. There is the Divergent, a legendary shotgun with a pretty large magazine that throws out a bouncing D20 die that eventually explodes. Next is Sharksbane, a legendary ring that increases this ring's effectiveness on critical hits and does 50% increased damage to land shark enemies, which is great for this DLC and mid-game when you destroy the ocean. And finally, my favorite so far, Rainbolt, a legendary spell that on hit applies a random status effect on your target, which is great for Stabomancer dot builds. The last feature of the Coiled Captors DLC is that it will add its contents to the pool of random possibilities in the Chaos Chamber mode, which should be enemies and loot. So that is the Coiled Captors DLC. As a recap, the major things of note includes 4 unique storylines that will unlock each week over the next month, new unique legendaries to obtain, and new enemies and modifiers to the end game Chaos Chamber. Depending on the way in which you obtain this DLC, for about $10 to $13 Canadian on average, it doesn't break the bank, in my opinion, but it may not be enough content for some people's tastes. I personally don't mind it, and it gives my friends a reason to keep playing. If you don't think it's worth it though, let me know in the comments below what kind of things you want to see in a future DLC for the game. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.